Why women after a short time completely lose interest in men. That's a mystery we want to solve in this video. Because many men constantly have the problem that they're meeting a woman and things are going really well in the beginning. Maybe you're even sleeping with each other and things are just amazing. But then suddenly everything falls apart and they have no idea what the hell just happened. The woman gets in touch less and less, gets less interested, and then completely disappears from their lives. But why is that? This is about two things which are built into the heads of 99% of men, which I'll refer to as pickup and relationship mode. Most men act completely different when they're in pickup mode and about to conquer a woman they haven't slept with and maybe just met. That's completely different to the way they act in relationship mode after they've slept with a woman a few times and are now trying to get into a relationship with her. When they're in pickup mode, they're always funny and present themselves from their best side, constantly joking with the woman. They're just in a good mood. You know, they don't talk about topics like relationships or what's actually happening between the two of them and just focus on having a great time with this great woman. But once it's on, things often change completely. They start being less funny, joking less, and just take everything way too seriously. Suddenly, they want to see everything that happens between them and that woman in a social framework. They want to know if the thing they have is a relationship or not, and they might even claim ownership of this woman. They start being jealous and controlling her, putting pressure on her, and it even often happens without even knowing that their behavior gradually changes as soon as things are going well with a woman. If there's one important thing I've learned over the years, it's the following. If there's a thing which constantly goes wrong when dealing with women, there's only one constant, and this constant is you. So if you keep losing women at a certain point, as an example, after having slept with them a couple of times, look at yourself and ask how your behavior is different when you're in pickup mode compared to your behavior in relationship mode. And you'll find out that the transition probably happens way too fast. If you really want to keep her interest high for a long time, you have to do exactly what this one guy once told me in a bar. He said to me, "Estefano, I've been with my girlfriend for 18 years and never married her." So of course I asked him why. He looked at me and said, "So that I never forget that I have to seduce her every day again." In my opinion, this is one of the most important lessons ever when it comes to how to keep a woman interested in the long term. I truly hope that this video has helped you so far. Please leave a good rating for this video and share it with other men so it can also help them. And if you want to have hundreds of such wisdoms within minutes and learn how to stay interesting for women in the long run, make sure to first of all get my free report, How to Get Almost Every Woman into Bed and Into a Relationship, which you can easily download and read by clicking the free download button. Also, I'll regularly and absolutely free of charge send you training videos, PDFs and MP3s on how to keep a woman's interest in you up in the long run. This will make sure that no woman ever just loses interest in you without you knowing what's going on and without being able to do anything. And that's also completely free. Click now on the free download button and I'll see you again in the following free videos and reports.